Hi guys, how are we doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Happy New Year. It's 2017. I know I'm a couple days late, but that's all good. Happy New Year anyhow. This video is about my journey of becoming a registered nurse. I know people are probably thinking, you go to school, you take nursing classes, you become a nurse. It's that easy. Unfortunately, it wasn't that easy for me. And so the point of this video is maybe someone is about to graduate high school that are thinking, nursing sounds like it's something that I would want to do, or even someone that might be already out of school and thinking, I want to try nursing or whatever the case may be. This is the video for you. I'm going to try and just kind of let you know just some different kind of roadblocks that I came across and maybe some different things, some different tips and pointers, and then hopefully it would help someone. So really that's just the goal of this video. Sit back, relax. I'm going to make this seamless and as short as possible, hopefully. So first thing first, whenever you are thinking about becoming a nurse, make sure that whatever college or university that you apply to is an accredited school, because once you graduate, they're going to make sure that the school that you're coming out of is accredited. And sometimes that can cause you to have limited choices on where to work. So when you're talking to those recruiters and you want to make sure that you say, is this an accredited school of nursing? And do your research. Number one tip, do your research, because unfortunately I had friends that went to schools that was not accredited, and they had very, very, very limited places that they could work. So do your research, people. Make sure it's an accredited university or college. Um, the second piece of advice is, okay, so once you're in school, you need to understand that, for at least for me, whenever I got into school, I didn't realize that it's a separate process when you actually are trying to start nursing. I thought you get in there, you start your nursing courses once you get to a certain point, and then you graduate. No, that was not the case. First of all, nursing is a separate process. You have to apply separately to get into this school. For me, I don't know about every university, but for me and the schools around where I'm from, you have to apply separately to this school. So that was my first big shocker. So yeah, definitely do your research in that sense too. Is this something that I am going to have to apply to separately? Now, when you have to apply to something separately, you understand that it's probably going to be even more competitive to get into that area of the school. So let me break it down. So for me and my school, it was your core classes and then it was your prerequisites. So the core classes were really the classes that you needed to graduate overall from the university or the college. However, um, the the prerequisites are the classes that you need, that when once you apply to the school of nursing, they're going to look at those specific classes, and that's where they're going to make their decision on, yes, this person is going to make it in, or no, this person won't make it in. So my number two advice, or my second advice, or is do your best. Yes, absolutely, do your best with your core classes. You do want to do your best with your core classes. But if you want to make it into nursing, you want to do your absolute best in these prerequisite classes, because like I said, these are the classes that they look at to decide, yes, you're going to get in, or no, you're not going to get in. And you're competing against, probably, depending on how large your school is, you could be competing against 200 to 300 students that are trying to get into a limited amount of spaces. So you want to do your best. So these prerequisite classes and mine prerequisite classes were A&P 1, so Anatomy and Physiology 1, Microbiology, Chemistry, College Algebra, College English, and there might have been one or two more, I can't remember, but those were the main ones that they tell you focus on and make sure that you get really good grades in them. You want to aim for that 4.0. You want to aim for those A's. Yes, you do. I know B's in the normal world is good, but A's in this circumstances is what you're aiming for because you're competing. You want to make sure that when they look at your application, they're like, yes, this person is serious about what they're doing. This person is serious. And yeah, you just want to do your best. You just want to do your best because that will also come into play once you get into the program because with nursing, um, they have a different grading scale. So, what might be a B in normal university classes is a C in nursing. So, you want to make sure that you develop you develop with that comes develop a good study habits. You want to make sure that you get a grip of a good study habit. For me, I remember in high school, I really I took honors classes. I was in honors classes and it came for the most part it came easy for me. So, I didn't realize that you had to sit down and study for these things. I thought, oh, I have a test in a week. I can wait a couple of days before and then study. No, 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 no. That did not happen. And I found myself my freshman year, I was in A&P 1. I found myself not in a good position when the end of the semester was coming and I was like teetering on a CD. You know what I mean? I had a C minus, but it was like any if I lose a point, I'm down to a D kind of thing. So definitely get a grip of a good study habit. I have to study now. You know, well, when I was in school, I had to study. So definitely get a grip of a good study habit. Um, and then once you're in the program, now I will tell you, and if you ask any nursing student, because I work with a lot of nurses, and you will hear the same thing. However long that program is for, that 2 year or that 2.5 years, you have no life. You have no life. So just make sure that you're serious about this thing. You have no life. But that's also how you will know that this is for you. Because once you get in there, and yes, you have to study every day, you have to study every day. You have to dedicate your time to doing projects. You have to do this, you have to do that. Not only do you have a test coming up, but you have to finish this assignment for this clinicals that you did today. I mean, it's a constant, 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 constant. I don't know if I can emphasize that much more, but it's constant. But that's how you'll know that you love it because even when you're doing this, and yes, you're stressed out, and yes, you have this and this and that due, you'll love it because you're learning all these cool things and you know that you're going to get to apply these things once you get out of school. You know that you're going to get to have this dream job once you get out of this school. So for me, that's how I knew that this was for me. I loved it. I love getting up, even though you had to be at clinicals at 6:30, but you had to be there a half hour before it was time for everyone to get there, because you want to look up your patient. They want to make sure that you're looking up your patient. They want to make sure that you know what you're doing. So if a doctor asks you, hey, what's going on with our patient? You know what to say. You know what to tell them. You know what the history of this patient is. Um, so, yes, it's going to be hard. You're not going to have any life, but you will love it. You will love it. You will love when you get to learn different procedures, and it's it's a wonderful feel. It's not for everyone, and a lot of times once you get into nursing, you will know right off the bat if it's for you or not. So that's the great thing. Um, So yeah, develop those good study habits. Make sure you're serious about this, because also remember that once you are out of school, you have people's lives in your hand. You have people's lives in your hand. And if you don't understand how the body works, if you don't understand when the body is trying to compensate, if you don't understand this, our body is really complex. And so with that, it has a lot of complex function. It has a lot that you have to learn. Um, so you have to be serious about it. And if you're not serious about it, then you'll know from the get go, because your grades will reflect it, and the professors will be on you, and they'll know, and they know how to weed them out. I mean, they do. They really do know how to weed people out. So that's just my another advice for you. So yeah, just this is my dream job. This is what I my calling is. It is a calling. So definitely. And if anything else don't scare you, if you don't understand what you're doing when you get into this profession, you can get sued, and you can go to jail, and you can get your license taken away from you for forever, if you're negligent. So that's even another reason why you should definitely just make sure that you go in there with the right heart, with the right spirit, and definitely just, you know, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, and that's okay too. If it's not for you, it's just not for you. It's not for everyone. And I will be the first one to say that. It's not for you, it's just not for you. But I love it. I love it. And um, I hope that, if you have any questions, if it's something that you're interested in and you want me to talk more about it, please, 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 please ask. This is my passion. I love, love, love what I do. I love being able to touch just a person's life a day, when I'm at work. So, yeah, if you have any more questions, leave a comment. I will try and answer them, okay? All right, bye.